a lot of us are nursing some sort of back injury, knee injury, and so on. How did you, when you were younger, and now when you're no longer doing cycling professionally, how do you deal with injuries? What's the importance of rest? What are the ways that one recovers from injuries?
Injury and injury prevention, as you said, as we age, 35 plus, it's probably the most important thing, because if you think about a long-term training plan that's really health focused, right? What can derail you? Illness or injury? Those, time barriers, other things we can work through, but illness or injury lead to sustained time off, and that's the biggest issue. What I experienced was very stereotypical, meaning people tell you when you're 20 or 25, oh, you're going to have these things and feel different when you're in your 30s. And you think, no, why would that happen? I feel wonderful. I can do anything. I recover overnight. I'm fine. I would say I was very lucky during my cycling career. It was 3 years ago, surfing. I tore my hamstring terribly, just avoided needing surgery, basically. And what that injury showed me was everything that you just mentioned, is how do you deal with it? And more importantly, how do you prevent it? Because I had put no time or energy into saying, here are the things I like doing. What are the most common injuries and what can I do to prevent it? And that injury happened to me, and then I'll dive into the more broad application, not because of a lack of like flexibility or what I first thought, but they're like, it's a lack of strength. And you just assume, well, I ride, I do these things, I'm strong enough. And I think that's number one, is figuring out what are the most likely things to derail me, given what I want to do. So for you, if you're like, I want to play soccer in my 60s, what are the most common injuries? And we work backwards from there to figure out, okay, what areas can I strengthen? What mobility can I work on to future-proof myself as well as possible? I think if you zoom out from that and somebody just wants to be generally healthy, then it's about being well-rounded. It's not about saying, okay, I'm most likely to experience a hamstring tear or a shoulder strain. It's saying, okay, I want to be as robust as possible in all domains. And that means training, whether thinking about strength, honestly, in a pretty balanced way. To take a step back, the number one thing for me was integrating strength training. I have found nothing more impactful, both during recovery from injury and then in preventing any further, I haven't been injured since then, any further injuries, than a balanced, consistent strength training routine.